Penance works on a way to spread Mary's song across the city. But first, Mary must find her elusive voice. Hello, everybody. I'm Steve from VALHARTV, and today I'll be reviewing The Nevers Episode 3. So this episode starts out a few weeks after the rescue of Penance and Mary from Malady. We really get an explosive entrance from Bonfire Annie in this. As she starts out the episode on the docks, telling the Beggar King's men that he no longer controls the docks. She does. And I thought that was real good, too. Like, her entrance was fantastic in this. Like, the opening sequence for her alone was fantastic. And then, of course, Amalia and Penance come to talk to her. So we really get like a real good scene with her. I actually like her character. I think it's really, really good so far. Hugo and Augie meet at the Ferryman's Club, where Hugo tells Augie that he is part owner of the club now, and that he's going to have to step up and help run the place. Now, there is like a definitely like a alternate motivation to Hugo doing all of this, and we see that he's trying to get more touched girls for the club. Like, basically, I get the impression that this club hinges on getting as many touched girls to work for him, and that's what all his motivation is, to me. But I think there's a little more to it than that as well, other than just monetary gain. We get a glimpse of the flyers up around town in the last episode that were leading girls to a different location, and the girls end up finally finding one. Like Penance and I'm sorry, I can't think of the girl's name. The one that talks in different languages. I apologize for that. They find it and they look at it and they bring it back to the orphanage, where Amalia and one of the other girls, again, I couldn't find her name, even on IMDb. I'm not sure which one she was. And they go to the address of the flyer and they actually find something very disturbing there, which I thought was very good. They basically go there and they find out something is happening. And then we go to Lord Mason's, and this is where I actually thought this episode took a turn for, an interesting turn. I really kind of want to know what the mystery at Lord Manson's estate is. We get a glimpse of something in the basement, and there's really no explanation other than it's rabid dogs. And I'm like, who keeps rabid dogs? If they have rabies or they're rabid, you put them down, right? So there's a big mystery there. And I actually want to know what it is now. It's very intriguing because he is, as we've seen throughout the episode so far, he's against the touched. He feels that they're a threat. And him and the other lords are, ramping up to do something about the touched. And, we've seen that throughout history as well. Anytime somebody doesn't understand change or doesn't like it, they try to stop it. Even though Lord Mason has said that change is inevitable, like in episode 1, he doesn't really understand this, and he feels that it's a threat. And we see Amalia. She has secrets of her own as well, which I thought was really good, because when Mary comes and actually asks her about, like, what's going on, why she's gathering the girls there and other people, and we see Amalia she squirms a little bit. You know, she squirms under the pressure, and she's like, oh, and she does some really good lines. She's like, I know things that other people don't and can't know. And even Mary's point was like, well, how does anybody know they can trust you if you can't tell us why you're doing this, And it really goes to show, this was really good. I really like the fact that some of the secrets are starting to come at us slower, but they're starting to come more and more now. And I believe this is only 6 episodes for this season, which is definitely a disappointment. I would like to see more. But the effects in this, I thought, were fantastic. The fight above and below the water was incredibly well shot. They even talk about it after the credits, when they start doing their little commentary for explaining different parts of the episode, and they go through and they show you how they did it, and it was very impressive that the creators managed to film it in a way that they did. I mean, I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. This is probably the most creative moment in the whole show so far. The park scene in this as well was pretty well done too. I was very shocked. There is a tragedy that happens in this episode as well, that really leaves the episode on a cliffhanger, per se. There are some stuff after the tragedy that happens that ends the episode, but really I think it's on a cliffhanger for what happened due to the tragedy. And I thought the acting was great in this. Amalia was really good in this episode, as she is really dodgy about what she tells Mary, again, about her secrets. But really, the whole fight scene for the water, she's in it as well. She was fantastic in it. I mean, props to her. But Bonfire Annie, I think she is a very interesting character. I would really like to see where they take her character next. This is very, very interesting, and I really did like her character in this one, even though she wasn't in the episode a lot. So I feel like this episode was all about secrets. We see that there are a lot of people keeping secrets from everybody, and when they're confronted about it, they squirm, but I honestly think Lord Mason has a really big secret in his basement, and I would love to find out what it is. And I mean, Amalia has a big secret that we've known about for a little bit, because she's hinted at it. She's hinted at this mission she's been given, but she hasn't been given a mission. So it's really kind of, interesting how she puts it. Mundy, I thought, was actually pretty good in this episode as well. We got to see him a little more, and he was trying to be there for Mary, even though they kind of hint at some stuff about him and about his past and why she left him. So I really liked this episode. I'd give it at least an 8.5 out of 10 easily. This was a good episode. If you guys like what I do, please hit the like button and also subscribe, as I'll be doing more content each week. And leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about this episode. Take care for now, everybody.